Skip it up and that up. Back when I was younger, when you went to go out and buy a product, whether it be electronics, a car, you name it, whatever, when you brought it home, you expected it to do exactly what the corporation who manufactured it said it would do. Everything would work on it. Every feature would work on it. Every port would work on it. Everything that it said it would do, you expected it to do, and if it didn't, you would consider it defective and you would return it. And on top of it, if the company kept on coming out with products that they made promises about and you kept on having issues with their products, you would never go back to that company again because you had a standard. You expected to, when you purchase something with your own hard-earned cash, that it would do exactly what that product was supposed to do. And if it didn't, you would hold the corporation who made it accountable. From what I see on the internet now and how I see people react, those days are gone. Not to me, but to a lot of other people, especially fanboys. People are being conditioned to accept mediocrity and failure and poor quality, and if you don't accept it, you get this tribe of people attacking you, defending their favorite corporation, and it makes me fucking sick. First off, let's talk about my issues with the Xbox One. Do you know how many people told me that I should have kept the second Xbox One even though it was shutting off randomly? Do you know how many people have said that on my Facebook page, have sent me PMs on YouTube, who said it in the comment section? It blows my mind. Here is a product that probably has some kind of power supply issue, and people are like, well, it still works. You aren't having a disk drive issue, so you should have kept it. I can't, like, my head's about to explode. I can't even wrap my mind around the fact that people think it's okay to keep something because it kind of works. On the PS4 side, it's no fucking different. There's a video out there. I really like the guy's videos. I'm not going to call him out or put a link to the video, where he has a PS4 that he was showing how to stream video from it. And it has a broken, straight up broken, he showed it in the video, optical audio digital out on it. And he's keeping it. He's like, you know, you can just put tape on it. At least my PS4, even though if the wind blows, my optical cord it falls out of it. But at least I'm not having the blue light of death or red light of death. And he's okay with it. He's keeping it. There's no issues. He's keeping that PS4 because at least it kind of works. It only has one defective thing on it. Here's my golf clap for you, buddy. I love your videos. I'm going to continue to watch them, but come on, man. My father is an electrical engineer, and there's a company in Connecticut called IPC. They're pieces of shit, but I'll still call them out. IPC. And he used to help them design telecommunications products. And there would be a plethora of bugs. Him and other testers would warn them. He'd be like, hey, I designed this, but this needs to be ironed out first. I wouldn't bring it to market yet. And they wouldn't give a shit. They would still just toss it into the market. They want to be the first out there. They want to make their investors happy. And then they would worry about the bugs later. But at least they would have the install base. That never happened years ago, man. When you bought a product, it 99.9% of the time worked. And that, I wanted to give you that example because that's outside of gaming. I'm not just talking about gaming with this. We've been conditioned to accept shit. Now, what made me finally, I've wanted to make this video for a while, but the straw that broke the camel's back is I haven't used my PS4, honestly, in like 4 or 5 days. I even have Need for Speed Rivals. I haven't even taken the cellophane off it yet. I just haven't had the time. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go online, try Need for Speed, play some Call of Duty, even some Battlefield. Cool. Finally going to press that button on my PS4. Can't sign into PSN. Get pissed off, go type about it on Facebook, and there are people defending Sony over this. Oh, Rich, they had a lot of people buying the PS4 in Europe, and they have to, you know, they're getting overloaded right now, and that's why PSN is down. Why didn't they have this ready? Again, you're accepting something that shouldn't be accepted. Why didn't they have this ready yet? Why? They knew, I'm sure they expected the numbers they were going to get. Or they should have made it that even if the numbers were higher, they should have, just in case, if like, let's say they had, okay, X amount of people are going to buy a PS4 and log on to PSN, they should have had those servers ready to take even more people than that. And if they couldn't, like they would do back in the day, they delay the product until they know they could give it a proper launch. But because we have been conditioned to accept mediocrity and accept failure, not just from gaming companies, I'm talking about corporations in general, we've been conditioned to accept shit. We'll just say, oh, okay, you know, I'll just let my PS4 just sit here for a day or two and come back and play it later, even though now I had the time for it and I bought this product expecting it to work perfectly. You buy something to expect it to work perfectly the day you get it. Not a month after you get it, not 6 months after you get it, not a year after you get it. If they are ready to launch it, whether it be an HD TV, an MP3 player, a tablet, a car, if they're ready to launch it, they should know that this thing works. And if it doesn't work, it shouldn't be launched. And I'm so sick and tired of these corporations more worried about their bottom line than giving a quality product to their consumer. They ship it off overseas, they get it built by the lowest common denominator because it's cheaper labor, and then give you this plastic piece of shit with poor build quality that's barely been tested, so they don't have to spend the money on getting the quality control out there, and they shovel you this piece of shit, and you accept it with a smile on your face, and if anyone questions it, like I do, I hear shit about it. When I put my money out there, I expect a product to work perfectly, and you should too. They're conditioning you to think differently. And you know what they do that bothers me too? Especially now with social media. All these, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo do this. They have faces now. Larry Herb, Satoru Iwata, Shuhei Yoshida, Mark Cerny. Why do you think they interact on Twitter? They want you to have this emotional attachment to them. Okay, they want to put up, even though they are a faceless corporation, they're pretending not to be a faceless corporation because they want you to feel this emotional attachment. So even when you receive a shit product from them, you'll still defend them because you feel this connection with them. They're not dumb. They're not doing it to really be your friend. They're doing it because they want you to defend their brand and jump in front of a bullet for Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo, so you'll buy their products no matter what bullshit they dish you. And it's not right, and I want you to see through it because it's garbage, it's bullshit, and it should not be accepted. Alright guys, I'm done. That video has been in my head for months. I'm glad I finally got it off my chest. Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.